This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to this beautiful Monday morning. Today's May 4th, 2020, and we're going to be learning in the next 15 minutes how to send mass email messages through the kvCORE platform. As you know, in virtually every strategy of business that we teach, in every different source, whether it's geo-farming, open house follow-up, sphere of influence, email, and mass email in particular, plays a vital role. Fortunately, every one of us has access to the kvCORE platform, which makes sending mass email messages customized or personalized to every recipient super easy. So I've got my kvCORE dashboard open. I would encourage you to follow along as we go. And the first thing that we're going to do is select our Smart CRM. When it opens, it's by default going to have every single contact in your CRM. And what we want to do then is select a subgroup that we're going to send our message to. So for my example, I'm going to select advertising sponsors. And once I hit the enter button, it will select that group. So there they are selected. Now, if I want to send an email to just a few of them, I can come in and pick them out with individual check marks. But if I want to send to everybody, I come up here to the top where it says name and hit the select button. If only it were that easy. Actually, it's only going to select the number of names that I have on my screen. And if you'll go over to the right, so look over here on the right side of your screen, there's a drop-down menu, 5, 20, 50, or 100 rows. Well, I've got 57 sponsors. So if by default I came over here and just selected all, it's only going to give me these 20 names. So you want to make sure if that the number of rows selected exceeds the number of contacts you want to send to. So I have to go to select all the way to 100, and there we go. Now it will send to all 57 leads. This little insider tip that will save you a lot of frustration. And in a moment, I'm going to show you a trick I learned from Kevin Bass just about 30 minutes ago. If you have more than 100 contacts that you want to send a mass email to, I'm going to show you how to do that. But let's go ahead and explore this functionality first, and then I'll show you that higher level trick. I've selected all, so we get all 57 in this group. Now we select mass email. Select all. There we go. Now mass email. And let's just walk through this. You'll see that first of all, we have template option here. If you hit the drop-down menu, you can insert a template email message that you had written previously, post, call, email to. That's likely not going to be applicable to a mass email message. But don't give up. Scroll down and you will see that kvCORE has also pre-built and loaded some template emails that may be appropriate in some circumstances. So for example, let's just select holiday Halloween number 3. I haven't looked at this one yet. I hope it doesn't scare us. Okay, there we go. Home for sale. Is your home hitting the market soon? Lodge your for sale sign out front now. This spooky season brings extra foot traffic from trick-or-treaters. Okay, there we go. And this would be appropriate to send to everybody in your database to say, hey, are you thinking about selling your home? You're going to get more exposure this October. Obviously, you want to send this out early in October. But there are other templates in here. New Year's 2020, we don't want that. There is Halloween, there we go, Thanksgiving. Let's take a look at this one. How beautiful is that? Imagine sinking your teeth into your Thanksgiving feast next year, but in the home of your dreams. Okay, again, just a simple, very simple message. Everything on here is customizable using these edit buttons over on the right. Okay, you could insert a video or do anything like that. All right, so though that's just some of the goodness that you're going to find under, oops, I went back too far, the template tab. Now, going to the right, there is the subject line, and I like to put, as you know, you receive emails from me several times a week. I always start with Abby because I want you, our agents, to be able to scroll through, search your emails for anything with Abby in the subject line and pull it up quickly. I might suggest that you get in the habit when communicating with your prospects and clients that you come up with a keyword that will start every email message. And it could be real estate update. You know, it could be, let's see, Nancy's news, and then put a dash and then say whatever you want to after that. But put some consistency into your email subject line, and your recipients will be able to understand at a glance who it's from and what the general message is, so they don't just automatically delete everything. Then you just come down here in the text, write your message. By default, your signature is going to be included, and then you can hit the green button, send, and away it goes. Now, some of you have probably already noticed the blue button on the right, the advanced editor. I have not spent enough time in that to teach the advanced editor, but Kevin Bass has. And he regularly teaches that on Wednesdays, and I believe we even have some of his videos on our YouTube channel. But this basic WYSIWYG editor will get you through most of the functions that you want to put in a typical message. You'll see here you can do insert a link if you want to take them to your website or somewhere else. You can insert a merge tag. Let me just click on that real quick and show you what that is. Let's say lead first name. So this is where, if you want to say dear Susie, dear Jim, dear Jose, you insert this first name tag, and when it goes out, it will customize every message with the first name of your lead. Okay, so it appears that everybody is getting a personal message. But there are other options under here. If you have your lender's name, if you're trying to make a referral to your lender, if you want to highlight listing details on a new listing, this just enables you to put in customized data in a mass setting. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with you about the basic mass email function. But as I promised you earlier, I know that many of you would like to send to more than 100 recipients at a time, and that's the max that you can use through the Smart CRM. However, stay tuned, folks. If you scroll down to Marketing Autopilot, and then over here on the right where it says schedule an email, we're just waiting for it, wait for it. Schedule an email, and now I'm going to click on the right, the green button again up in the upper right. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. Send to, and you can select from different groups within your CRM, but I want to go to this second option right at the top. I'm going to click on it, contacts with a hashtag. And here, well, let's see, I could put SOI, I could put anything I wanted, and it will send to as many people in my database who have that hashtag. And you know that my preference is that everybody in your database should be hashtagged SOI. It doesn't matter if they're a vendor partner, past client and customer, somebody in your geo farm, an online lead that you've never actually met face-to-face. Every single person that you have the potential to influence to either do business with you or send you referrals, they are within your sphere of influence. So I suggest you tag them that way, and then If you want to send a holiday greeting message, for example, to everybody in your database, that's where you do it. And then your little editor down here below works exactly the same way as the basic email editor. So there's the workaround to send to everybody in your database. Now, what if you already have 3,000 contacts in your database and you have not done hashtag SOI and applied it to every one of them? Do you want to spend all weekend putting updates on 3,000 contacts? Absolutely not. Fortunately, you don't have to. Look at the lower right-hand corner of my screen. You'll see there is a chat box down here. And all you have to do is type in a request. And for example, it could say, hey, would you mind adding the hashtag SOI to every contact in my database? And the tech team at kvCORE will do that for you. So anytime that you see a job that's going to take hours and hours updating your database, check first with the support team. There's a very good chance that they can take that load off of your mind and your schedule. Okay, that's what I wanted to share with you today. I'm going to reopen the chat and see if there were any questions. I don't see anything new. Go ahead and feel free to unmute yourself and talk back to me, or put a question in the chat and we'll make sure that we get those addressed before we sign off. Or was it just so comprehensive a presentation that all questions were answered? Or have y'all gone to sleep on me? Please don't do that. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, but I'm also going to hang around on this chat for a few minutes in case anybody wants to talk offline. Let's see, Lee, from your experience, do you find that any emails get lost in spam folders? Yes, they do. And Lee, shockingly, more than we're comfortable knowing about. In fact, if you're sending a mass email and your recipient doesn't have you in their contacts, it will likely go into their spam folder. So that's a good reason when we get a new client that we need to ask them to go ahead and put us into their contacts. Otherwise, almost everything will go to spam. Does this work the same for mass texting? Lily, it's very similar to mass texting, and we're going to talk about that tomorrow. So we'll go in detail there. Although there's no spam folder for mass text. That's the beautiful thing about texting. Jennifer, if I don't have the email address of some of the recipients in Select All, does kvCORE just skip them, or will it mess up my mass email? It will not mess up your mass email. Now, this is called a smart CRM, Jennifer, because if you have some data on your contact, kvCORE will go out on the web and look at other databases to see if it can correct or complete your CRM. But don't worry about sending a mass email to somebody who doesn't have an email address. They will simply be skipped. Carol says, does kvCORE give any analytics on emails? Boy, that is a high level question. And I presume what you mean is number of opens, reads, things like that. Carol, I don't know, but I will try to get that answer today, and I will answer it on our class tomorrow. Okay? Yep, okay, open close rates, we'll find out. All right, well, I have enjoyed this time with everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording.